Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Financial News in Payless Heights. And of course, we have Paul Munico from Ameriprise here with us. Myself, I'm Ron Jankowski with Channel 4. And we're going to be talking about what happened last week. And it's all trade tariffs. And I'm sure you have a huge story. I don't know if you want to start or you want me to give bits and pieces.
I'll go ahead and start, and then you can give the effects that had on the market last week.
Year-to-dates and percentages. Okay,
yeah.
Let her roll then.
We've been talking about trade tariffs a lot the last couple of weeks. Any of our viewers at home will know, but that is the story. So we're going to go with it again today. So the re-emergence of trade threats, it did send stocks to their first down month for the whole year. The month of May began with the S&P 500 at an all-time high. That amid building optimism for a U.S.-China trade deal. Unfortunately, it turned out that the optimism was misplaced as negotiations broke down back on May 5th, and the president tweeted that new tariffs would go into effect the following Friday, that being May 10th. The U.S.-China tensions escalated throughout the month, pressuring stock prices consistently along the way. And sentiment took another hit, and the month ended with the announcement of new tariff actions on all imports from Mexico. That was an action that was revoked, however, over the weekend, fortunately. The pain of further trade conflict was felt globally, with domestic small cap and emerging foreign equities posting the largest declines during the month. Growth stocks generally held in better than their value counterparts, and developed foreign equities outperformed both emerging markets and domestic stocks, though even the best performing segments of the equity market, they were still negative. The yield on the U.S. Treasuries and other developed nations' sovereign debt fell precipitously as investors looked to the relative safety of government bonds. U.S. government bonds were the best performing sector of the bond market during the month, while high-yield bonds were the only bond sector to post a negative return. That was reflecting investors' flight to safe haven assets. Alternative investments had mixed results during the month. While alternative strategies did outperform equities during the period, they also posted a negative return. Commodities in aggregate declined during the month, mainly driven by energy commodities, but gold performed well, benefiting from investors' demand for safe haven assets. We continue to believe investors should keep tactical and strategic allocations closely aligned and keep their focus on diversification and mitigate risk where they can. Global growth has slowed, and rising trade frictions present a notable further risk to growth prospects over the intermediate term. These issues have the potential to eat away at what is already expected to be modest corporate profit growth over the next several quarters, as long as trade uncertainty weighs on the market sentiment. Investors should maintain a cautious approach. So we kind of talked, quick recap of May's activity. I know you've got the specific, Ron, for year-to-date numbers and how things are reacting in early trading today.
Just to talk a little bit about your report, it is so important that any investor today has to be very cautious as to what they're doing and making sure that they spread their investments accordingly, and making sure, again, that they're not all in one basket. Again, this is a rough time to be doing that. Mm-hmm. So talking to your financial advisor on that is very, very important. Today's news that we got from Ameriprise Financial is indicating S&P 500 is a plus 15% year-to-date. The Dow is a plus 12% year-to-date. NASDAQ is a plus 17% year-to-date. And some interesting specifics about technology is a plus 23%. The spot silver is a minus 4%, and Hong Kong is a plus 8%. It's interesting to see all these things that are going on in different sectors, and that makes up what is going on in the financial marketplace.
Yep.
Anything else you want to add to this, Paul?
That's it today. We'll come back next week with another topic, and more than likely we'll be on trade, but we'll see if anything else pops up in between.
It's amazing what the agreements were made this week with Mexico and how it impacted the market to go into a very positive state quickly.
Yep, we started out today. So far, so good. As you know and viewers know, anything can change the market at any time. So we'll hold our breath and hope that we get another positive day.
It's an hour-by-hour situation sometimes.
Second by second.
Yeah, really. Exactly. And with the trades going on the computer, I mean, you're talking about seconds. You're right. You're very on
Milliseconds on computers.
You're right. Boy, that's on target. Okay, stay with us. That's the report for today. We're going to be talking about your money. Stay with us. We'll be right back. And we're back with your money. And we want to bring up something. If you're too busy to prioritize your finances, listen to Paul.
Thanks, Ron.
Got something to tell you.
It's an easy excuse everyone puts out. They're busy, they've got work, they've got kids, or they've got pets, or they've got activities, or whatever it is, everyone's too busy to do things. And we're busier than ever these days. Constant notifications, work, travel, kids' activities, and other important tasks are often competing for our immediate attention. Amid our packed schedules, it can be easy to set our finances on autopilot, but if you can relate to this feeling, know there are several simple steps you can do in really just 10 minutes to feel more confident about your finances. So I gave Ron 5 suggestions. He'll read the suggestions and I will expand on each one.
And one of them is very important. Identify your financial goals and make sure they're updated.
Exactly. So it's easy to get caught up in the day-to-day activities like we said, and that leaves you little time to consider your future goals. While it's easy to procrastinate about planning for long-term items, it's important to start laying out the groundwork for your future financial security. Take just 10 minutes to jot down your goals for the next year, 2 to 5 years, and for the years beyond as a starting point.
And it's so important for you to understand what your cash flow is.
Yes. In this era of side gigs, freelance work, and second jobs, it's common to have income flowing in from more than one source, or perhaps a large percentage of your annual income fluctuates over time based on bonuses or the timeline of projects you compete. No matter how your income comes in, it's crucial to understand the sources and timing of your cash flow. Again, take just 10 minutes to review your expected income for the next 1 to 3 months so you can spend with confidence.
And it's so important for you to enroll in your digital tools and check what your progress has been.
That's a real great point. So many banks and financial planning firms provide websites and apps to help you monitor your finances or take action on the go. Checking in on your money periodically can help you monitor for fraudulent transactions, track investment growth, or move assets between accounts in real time. Before, such tasks became a major to-do.
And maybe you should call your parents.
That's a good one. As your parents approach or navigate retirement, you may have questions about how they plan to spend or finance their day-to-day activities, as well as what their intentions are with their assets upon their death. Again, let's look at 10 minutes today to call your parents to express your desire to have a sit-down conversation to discuss these matters. Reinforce with them that you do not mean to pry or need to know the full details of their finances. Rather, the goal of the conversation is for you to learn at a high level what your parents' plans are and see if and how you can help with any tasks.
And you should be really talking to your kids as to what their plans are as well and take all this into consideration.
Exactly. If we're going to call parents, we should call kids. So if you wonder about your parents' futures plans, it's possible your kids may have similar questions about your financial situation. So let's call your kids to explain to them you want to have a conversation so they know what the plan is should you experience a serious health event or pass away early. Again, you don't need to share all the details. Just consider giving them the contact information for the professionals you work with and providing an overview of what they can expect from you in retirement. Just really in conclusion here, if you are really pressed for time, engaging the right professionals can help keep you accountable to achieving your goals. If you're already working with an attorney, tax professional, and financial advisor, take 10 minutes to check in, schedule check-ins to review your finances in more detail. If you are seeking additional advice, use the same time and ask a trusted friend for a referral or to do some research on your own for who may be a good fit for you to work with. Many professionals offer free consultations so you can learn more about their approach to helping clients before you sign on the dotted line.
And Paul, if a viewer has a question and would like to ask of you, do you have a number for them to call?
Absolutely. And just kind of as we concluded there, phone calls are free. So if you have questions or concerns, you can reach out to me. There's no charge or anything like that. And I'll do my best to answer you or steer you in the right direction. As Ron said, my name is Paul Munichel. I am a financial advisor at Ameriprise Financial in Orland Park, Illinois. With those questions or concerns, call me directly at 708-226-3412.
And that should conclude our Your Money for Paul Munichel from Ameriprise Financial. Myself, Ron Jankowski with Channel 4 and Palos Heights. We wish you good investment day.